So to answer your question, what's it really like to be a politician? I would answer that question by being dead clear with you. It's about being dead clear with people, working people. So let's be clear about this. I don't believe it's a question of what it's really like to be a politician. That's not the real question and the real issue here. Yes, 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 no, 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 yes, 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 no, 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 yes, yes, no, no, yes, yes, no, no, yes, no, yes, no, yes, no, yes, no. So that's what I do every morning, get yeses and nos out of the way as soon as possible, and then we can get to real answers of real questions about real issues. I believe that vocal exercise is a really important vocal exercise for all politicians to do first thing in the morning before they do out else. It really sets you up for the day, and it's also dead good to punch something whilst you're saying those two little words. I can't do out else in the morning until I've done that vocal exercise. Then my husband asks, would you like a brew? And I say, let's be clear about this. That's not the real question and the real issue here. And he says, but would you like a brew though? And I say, whether or not I want a cup of tea ain't really important here. And he says, I'm making a brew, would you like one or not? And I say, what you really need to be asking is, does this beverage give enough working people a good start in life? And he says, here's your brew. And I say, let's be clear about this. And he says, I'm being clear with you, there's your brew. So that's when I drink me brew, which gives me food for thought even though it's really a drink. I say to my husband, this brew's dead good, and I was gagging for a brew, but it's giving me a nasty taste. So many tea bags are wasted, and so many working people can't afford a dead good brew. It's getting me fired up, husband. And my husband says, is it too hot? And I say, too right, it's a burning issue, husband, a burning issue. And he says, would you like some more milk? And I say, let's be clear about this. I'm not milking this issue, but it really needs to be addressed. And that's what I'll be doing in my next manifesto. And then my husband says, mine's too cold. And I say, at least you can afford a brew, which is more than some working people can say. Then my husband asks, would you like some toast? And I say, bloody hell, husband, you're asking me all the big questions this morning. How am I supposed to answer that straight after that brew issue? And he says, you could just say, beep, or beep. And I say, let's be clear about this. And he says, I wish you would be clear about this. And I say, I'm being clear about this. I'm a straight talking politician. And he says, I know you are, but maybe you could leave the straight talking until after breakfast. And I say, we're talking about the fundamental bread and butter of society here, working people. And he says, eat your toast. So that's when I eat me toast, which gives me a lot to chew on, even though it's really crunchy. Then my husband looks like he's thinking really hard. How did we actually get engaged, he asks. And I say, I'm eating me toast. And he says, did I actually pop the question? And I say, I'll be burnt out before I've even got into work with all these questions. And he says, is it burnt? It wasn't burnt on t'other side. And I say, it's a burning issue whatever side you're on. And he says, I'll make you some more toast.